Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, in today's video, we've got a special one. We're breaking down Optic Texas versus New York Subliners, but this is live on stream. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. If you guys want to be here for our next live breakdown, make sure to follow the links in the description. Let's get right into it and see why Optic Texas absolutely dominated New York in the hardpoint. So, starting off there, I love the nade spots from both teams. Kismet manages to take out Shotzi, and let's see what both teams do on this P1. P1's normally quite contest heavy here, so let's see what happens here. Kismet gets one, Hydra gets one, and Kismet gets two there. So New York doing a fantastic job of breaking the initial point down, getting that first P1 under locks. Now let's take a quick look at the spawns, right, and just show you guys initially where things are spawning. So I mean, right now I think this is a bit of a troll from New York straight away. I'm not gonna lie to you boys. You see here, like number 3 spawns there. That isn't what you want to see. Like, you want to basically, okay, you want your opponents, if you're playing this game on this hill, you want your opponents to spawn in this tin area. You see on the map I'm showing you here, you want your opponents to spawn in this tin area, because what that means is they will spawn there and you can have control of the P2 street. But what actually happens here is, you see number 6, he pushes the back alleyway. Number 3 actually ends up spawning in the hill. He ends up spawning in P2, and you can see now the spawns are flipped. So Optic got really lucky. They actually haven't even got a kill, but they managed to get the spawns. I don't know if Priest has pushed that too far, or that's just a bit unlucky and the spawns kind of screwed them over there. But that's like that's besides the point here. The main point is Optic Texas have now got spawns for P2. So what they're going to do is they're going to try holding the position here. You see Shotzi actually spawns out here. So Optic are in a huge 1v1 gunfight down here. Number 1 versus number 6. And you see number 1 won it, right? So what would have happened is if number 6 won that, if Priester wins that gunfight right there, number 1 spawns out, and again, the new hill is going to be very hard for them to break. But this seems like it's a good position for Optic so far. Game's basically even. They've got spawns for the next hardpoint, and they're going to start to set up. And what I like so far from New York is you can see how they're going through the left. They're going as a team. They're going together, and they're going to try going through this back hedges area. So if you're trying to break this hill, let's just have a quick think about it. There's 3 sides you can come from. You can come from this back alleyway, you can come from this middle alleyway, or you can come from hedges. So there's 3 members in Optic, and they're all fighting 3 different alleyways. So what you want to do is, if you're in New York, you want to stack a side. So number 7 is going to go this side, and realistically, his gunfight against Shotzi is going to be almost impossible. Shotzi is going to be on the head glitch. Number 7 is going to come through barbers, and it's going to be very hard. So I'm looking at the minimap at number 5 and number 6. Let's see what Kismet and Priester can do, and if they can take out Hook. So looking at the minimap right here, Hook in a great corner. He manages to get one, and he does get traded. So straight away, you can see what I mean. This is a good situation for New York. You see how it's a 2v1. They managed to double up. They took him out, and now you can see Optic spawning out. So fantastic play. But Shotzi's playing in a nice creddy corner here, and Skies is going to go through, and Shotzi wins that gunfight. So now, as I mentioned, it's all about this 1v1. This 1v1 is for everything, because let's say Shotzi wins this, straight away, they're going to be in a 3-on-1 against number 8. But let's say number 6, Priester, wins this gunfight, straight away, they're going to be in a 2-on-1 over here, and then New York have control of the hill. So let's see who wins this one. Priester versus Shotzi. These are the gunfights that count. And just like that, Dashi comes through, and Dashi gets a kill. Ghosty comes in, and just like that, Optic have control of the new hardpoint. So great job out of Optic, and you can see Hook in the back alley manages to get a 4 down just like that. So now I think Texas are in a great position here, and I think New York are going to be spawning in this back tin area. Let's see where they spawn. So you see they spawned here. They have 1 player spawned here. Okay, so now they're spawning here. So basically, because number 6 pushed here, they're spawning back hedge. So let's see where the other one's going to spawn. Right, cool. Perfect scenario here. Number 6 there, he throws his life. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to show you again. This is what I mean. I'm going to be a perfectionist here and really break down what they should be doing. I know in-game it's unrealistic to be a perfectionist, and they're not going to be able to do everything perfectly. But I'm going to show you guys how to play perfect hardpoint and what you should be doing. So right here, you see as Dashi holds his back alley. I don't like Priester jumping around the corner and pushing this himself. He gets taken out. And now, what was the plan there? Because okay, he could have definitely got that kill, right? But more likely that Dashi wins that. And now Hydra's left in a 1v3 push. So he's going to have to wait here. So again, let's have a look at the minimap. And Hydra's waiting for number 5. So I like this play from Hydra. He's playing a bit patient. But Skies with a big blood here. Skies manages to take out Ghosty. And now Dashi has a decision to do. He either goes and watches middle, or he backs off and watches hedge. Let's see what he does. He's going to go through. He's going to fight Skies here. Priester comes through. But Priester wins that gunfight. And now just like that, I really like this break from New York. Dashi decides to back off through middle. Number 2's on them. I prefer Shotzi maybe looks out the window and tries to get a bit more intel there. But now I can see that New York is in a great position to relapse on the hill. It's a 4v2. Let's see what happens. Number 8 takes out number 2. And just like that, New York in a great position here. You see how they're four of them pushing through. They're funneling them down through the back alley. So now it's all about the trades. Hook is going to get one. Doing fantastic job here. But I mean, just like that, it looks like that's going to be New York's hardpoint to take for the rest of the hill. 35 seconds left. And now I'm worried about the rotation. Let's see how players play in the rotation. rotation here. So again, looking at the minimap, I see number 3 spawn here. If I'm number 3 and I'm Hook here, I'm straight away, I'm going to the next hill, because I know by the time I get here, it's still going to be another 10 to 15 seconds. And by the time, I mean, he can go for this, it's not the end of the world, but I just don't think he's going to get much success here. So what I'm going to show you is what they do on the rotation going into the P3 hardpoint. So there's 2 members of New York on the old hill here. There's 2 members going for the new hill. So now we're in a 3v2. Ghosty is watching this back alleyway. So Ghosty versus Priester is a big gunfight here on the rotation. But what I'm focusing on is number 7. If number 7 Skies can make a play here, he can make things very interesting. But you can see number here 3 Hook with a heads up play. He's going to go through. He's going to pinch Skies. He makes Skies one shot. And now they're in a 4v2 situation. So I'm really paying attention to the mini-map here. And so far what I've noticed is that both teams are playing well on the rotations. They're getting their trades off. But it's all about those individual gunfights. Hook manages to get a huge 2-piece, and just like that, they're now in a 3v2 situation. But the biggest kill for me was a kill on Priester, because now they know that this back alleyway is basically fine. They're going to turn their attention towards dark and the back. Let's see how this goes. Number 8 is Hydra. Again, just another tip for you guys. If you guys are playing SMG, I've seen so many people in this exact position right now. If you're Hydra, you're going to run in there literally without any teammates and just die. And what that's going to do is that's going to make you guys, it's just going to take your push so much longer. You're going to have to reinforce your whole push. So what I like what Hydra does is he plays his life slightly and he's trying to just wait for his teammates to push through. Shotzzy does the same thing. I see Shotzzy's not playing too aggressive here. They're in a great setup. Let's have a look at Optic Texas's current setup. So you have number 3 watching this mid alleyway. You have number 1 playing the courtyard. Number 4, which is Dashy in the hill. And you have number 2 watching dark. So they've got everything locked down and they're basically just waiting for New York's push. Let's see what happens here. Hydra waiting. Shotzzy goes through. Fantastic kill from Shotzzy. I might have to break down that kill. That movement from Shotzzy was fantastic. So as he comes through, he sees Hydra. Hydra goes for the shots, and you see straight away Shotzzy goes for the drop shot. What that does is that messes Hydra's aim up. Hydra was aiming here. Shotzzy goes down, and just like that, he wins that gunfight. To be honest, Hydra should be winning. That's fantastic from Shotzzy. And what that one kill does now is it just causes so much doubt in New York's mind. You see number 7. He doesn't know now. Skies doesn't know if Shotzzy's going to push through, Shotzzy's going to back off. He just doesn't know. All he knows is that Shotzzy is playing in dark. So he's going to have to wait a second. And you can see Shotzzy backs off. He plays his life. And just like that, Hydra does push through now. Sorry, Hook pushes through. I don't like that play out of Hook again. This is what I mean. I'm going to try to be a perfectionist here and show you exactly what I think and what they should be doing. I don't mind Hook pushing out to get this kill on Skies, but to be honest, I don't think he needs to right here. And you can see he dies there. He doesn't even get the kill. So what happens now is it's a 3-on-3 situation. Luckily for Optic, they're in a great setup here that they can hold this 3v3 down. So let's see what happens. Kismet going to go through again, go through dark. Number 5 is going to come with him. They're going to double push this now. And you can see they're going for the pinch here. But number 4 is on top. Dashy's watching the top mid alley. And this is such an easy setup for them to hold. They're doing a fantastic job. They get 3 down. The last guy pushes the hill. He manages to get 1 and he gets taken out. Now let's see where the opponents are going to be spawning. So this is a really good job from Optic. What they do is they have number 3 pushed up here. So you see Hook watching this whole mid alley. What that's going to do is that's going to allow for New York to rotate all the way around, but Hook's going to have so much intel. Hook's going to basically communicate to his team, nobody's pushing your mid alley. You see where my mouse is here? He's going to be telling them nobody's pushing mid alley. They're going to be going through the back and through dark. And what that means is number 4 and number 2, Shotzzy and Dashy, they're going to be pre-aiming this back alley here and this dark little alleyway here. So basically they're just funneling New York through the back of the hill. But let's see how this goes. Let's see what happens here. And I want you guys to pay attention. Number 8 on the minimap. This is Hydra. Let's see what Hydra's doing here. Is he potentially making a play for those early spawns? Let's have a look. Let's see what happens there. So Shotzzy, he manages to get 1. I mean, just like that, it's going to be very difficult. And Ghosty with the heads up play, he does take out Hydra. And just like that, you're going to see New York spawn this backside of the map, which is perfect for an Optic Texas player. Number 1 versus number 5 again on this minimap. These kills on rotation are crucial. Something I take a look at even when we're not watching their POV. I'm watching Ghosty here. Let's see if Ghosty can win this against Kismet. Ghosty v Kismet, and Ghosty wins it. So that's 2 gunfights on the rotation that he has won. We have Hook taken over on the hill, and just like that, Optic Texas are set up for the new hardpoint. So with 20 seconds left, you can see what's happening here, right? Optic Texas are holding the spawns on the left. They're holding the overextend. They're holding green alley. You have number 2 watching middle. You have number 4 watching this side. So what that means is they're funneling New York down through this side of the map, basically. New York are getting trapped on the other side of the map, and this is perfection from Optic Texas right now to make sure that New York aren't ready for the new hardpoint. But Number 8 sneaking through here. This is where Hydra can go big. Hydra versus Ghosty. Ghosty's had 3 key kills on the rotation here. But I like what New York are doing. I like that they're grouping up together. They're playing patient and they're going as a team. But let's see who wins this gunfight. It's currently a 3-on-2 on the back alley. So number 1 and number 2 have Ghosty and Shotzi taking on 3 members here. So I'm gonna pause it here because this is a good angle, a perfect angle to kind of explain what's happening. You see how no one's in the hill? This is because there's still 5 seconds to work with. What they're going to do, they're going to try get as much map control as possible. Number 3, Hook, is actually backing off. Hook's going to back off, hold this corner, watch the middle map push, because they don't actually know that 3 members of New York are here. But if you're in New York here, you see Priester on top, Hydra and Kismet coming through. You want to play as aggressive as possible and clear this left side of the map. Let's see how this goes. So Shotzi gets 1. Shotzi gets 1 and get traded out. And now it's Ghosty versus 2. Ghosty should be dead. Perfect. New York win the gunfight with 2 people left. So what they're going to do, they're going to push through the back here. And now they're in a 2v1. Let's see what happens. So, sorry, just to quickly highlight before I carry on is that you have to think, right, when someone's on the old hardpoint and the other player rotates, it's always going to be a 4v3. You have to take that into consideration. So right here, you see how Dashi is playing the old hardpoint. If you're in New York, you know that you technically have the numbers. You're 4v3 up, so you have to play like that. So that's why they're playing with aggression and just like that. Let's see how Hook can hold this. He shuts the door. Make sure to use a door to your advantage. He shuts the door. He's going to play his angle right. He gets taken out. And just like that, Shotzi goes through. Shotzi has a fantastic kill. And he actually manages to get a 2-piece. So Shotzi right there goes absolutely huge. So you see Hook dies right there. What Hook did, he called out to his team, right, Shotzi, there's 2 people back anyway. So Shotzi straight away, you see how he jumps through. As he jumps, he gets a pre-aim up. He takes out the first guy. And as I mentioned, because Hook called out 2 people, this is a very common thing to happen. Hook calls out 2 people. So Shotzi straight away goes for the pre-fire. And Priester does the same thing. When Kismet dies, Priester straight away assumes that Kismet has put some damage off on Shotzi, so he goes in for the trade. That's why it's so important for the first player. So Kismet is so important for him to get that initial damage off, because then Priester has an easy kill. But because Shotzi got that kill without taking any damage, he manages to find a second kill. This is what I mean. Okay, look right here. Shotzi has 31 health, right? If Kismet got him weak, he would have been dead here. So that's why he did a great heads-up play. He managed to take no damage against Kismet, and just like that, he gets a 3 down. And we're in a really good spot now as an Optic Texas fan. He shuts the door again just to regen his health, and Hydra manages to get the trade. Oh, great play from Hydra. I think I have to break down that little drop shot there. So Hydra gets the first guy, and as I mentioned, it's all about communication here. Shotzi's come to Dashi. There's a guy in the hill. Hydra's in the hill. So what Dashi does is, you see Dashi's pre-fire? I love that play out of Dashi. Dashi's a great heads-up play going for the pre-fire. But Hydra, that's such a world-class play right there. As Dashi goes for the pre-fire, Hydra actually goes for the prone, goes for the drop shot, and manages to take him out. And just like that, he's going to play aggressive, and he takes out the third. Just like that, Hydra has taken over, and he's managed to get a 3-piece. And now he's going to try holding the rest of the hill. You see Optic spawning this back alleyway area. This is fantastic if you're in New York, because you've got number 5 watching this side. You have number 6 and number 7 watching this whole middle cross through. You have Hydra watching this door. This is basically impossible for Optic to break. If you're Optic here, you want to take out the guy back alley first. Number 5 is your priority. Once you take out Kismet, you can basically pinch through the back. But let's see how this goes. So as I mentioned, Optic going through the middle. They're funneling through here. I mean, New York has just got them in a great trap here. They're not going to be able to do much. And just like that, they do manage to get 3 down. And now it's a 1v1. Hydra's going to go for a different angle. He's going to hold the hill here. And New York are going to bring the game back. But now, straight away, I want to talk about the rotation. Something I don't see enough people do in rank play, especially at the lower levels. You see right here, 20 seconds left. There's 3 players from Optic. None of them are going for old. They know the situation. By the time they get all the way here, what are they going to get? 3, 4 seconds, maybe 5? There's no need. So what they do, they go on the rotation. And this is what I mean about numbers. Because there's 2 people here and there's only 1 player from Optic Texas, technically on the new hardpoint, there's a 3v2 situation here. You have number 6 and number 7 going up against 3 members of Optic Texas. So 3 arrows are going to go together. You see number 4, Dashi, just basically watching behind them for a second. And now they have a 2v1. You see Skies takes out the first guy. He takes out Shotzi, and Hook gets a trade. So playing together, that's what you need to do. Play together as a duo. They managed to get the trades off, and just like that, we're in a 2v1 situation. Hook makes Priester 1 shot, and now it's a 1v1, but Dashi has the advantage. Dashi's got 100 health. Priester's weak. I mean, Priester's on 16 health, and Dashi takes him out. And all that because of the trades right there. You see Optic had the mad advantage, and they managed to take the not the victory, but they managed to take control of that hill here. Ghosty gets the comms there. He takes out Hydra, and now it's a 4v1. Number 7 by himself. He gets taken out. Okay, cool. Perfect. Great play out out of Optic Texas, and you see number 5 on the old hill. So what that means is New York are basically going to spawn this kind of back alley area. So you see number 2, I want to highlight this play. This is really, really important. Shotzi's going to go all the way to the right and watch this green push through, because he knows somebody could come through green alley. He wants to control this side of the map. So what he's going to do is going to push through all the way from the right. And now what they're going to try to do is isolate the team through this left barber side. So you see number 3, which is Hook, he's going to be watching middle map. Number 2 is going to watch the overextend. And now we have basically one angle that they can only come through. You have number 1 and number 4, Ghosty and Dashy. All they have to do is lock down this courtyard of the map. So because of the positioning, they're in a really good position here. And you can see Hook straight away, what he does, he backs off to help his teammates on the hill. They know it's a 3v3. He noticed nobody came through middle, and now he's going to help his teammates in a 3v3. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how they break this. So Skies are going to go through here. Priester goes to the right here. And what they're trying to do, if you're New York here, is try to get some nice angles. He managed to get some good shots off, but Ghosty takes them out. And just like that, Hydra gets one. He jumps through and he gets traded. This is what I mean. The trades are going in. Optic are just trading so much better than any team in the league right now, I have to say. Every time I watch them, their teamwork has been so good. They're just trading better than everyone. And just like that, Skies is going to push through here. Let's see what he can do. He's in a 1v3. They do manage to do pretty well here in New York. They managed to break the hill. Number 2 is going to go on the pinch here, and now it's just back and forward on the hill right now. But Optic still doing a fantastic job of taking that initial time here. 20 seconds left, and now it's about the rotation. That's just crazy from Hook right there. That he's just saved them 20 seconds there. At this point, we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know they were going to get 100-point clubbed. But at this point right here, this 20 seconds would have basically brought them back to the game. So these are the kills we don't realize. When we see Hook gets 2 kills, we don't realize the importance of the kills here. So let's take a look at Hook here. So you can see with 19 seconds left, Hydra was worried about the rotation. He actually has his knife out. Hook manages to get such a good angle. He takes out both of them and he goes for that old hill. And as he goes for that old hill now, because he got a 2-piece, they already know that it's only a 3-on-2 in the rotation, when in fact it's only a 3-on-1. So what I've noticed so far is Optic Texas are just rotating with numbers. They're always rotating with numbers, and they seem to always have more numbers than New York. So that's something I've taken so far. Priester gets a great kill, the first guy. Now he's in a 1v1, and these 1v1s are so crucial. But Ghosty, he makes him one shot. He goes to the top here. Lovely shots from Ghosty here. Now it's a 3v... Okay, now it's a 4v2. So New York are in a very good position to get back here. But let's see what Optic Texas do, because I know they do break this hill. So I want to pay attention here. So Priester's one shot. Okay, so Dashy gets an initial kill. Where's Dashy position? Dashy is number 4. So Dashy's actually in a great spot here. You see him here? He actually got great shots onto Priester. So he manages to open up the blood there. And now Ghosty pushes through. Okay, now it's basically a 2-on-2 on the hill. Let's see what can happen there. So they're using their equipment there. Okay, so Ghosty gets 1. Don't say he gets... Okay, Ghosty gets 2. So that's where I think things were getting a bit complicated from New York right here. You see Ghosty, he's basically sitting in this corner. I'm going to wait for the timestamp to move. Okay, I can see it here, sorry. Ghosty is sitting on the floor here, right? So if you're Ghosty here, what you're doing, you're literally just pre-aiming the door. You're expecting them to push you in 2s, right? And you're hoping you can maybe get a kill here. There's no reason why he should be able to get both of these kills. Let's see whose fault this was. So if I'm Kismet, what I'm doing in my case is I'm jumping all the way to the right. The reason why I'm jumping to the right is because if I jump to the right, then my other teammate here, Skies, he can literally peek the door and take out Ghosty. But what happens is, you see how he jumps straight? Ghosty doesn't have to move his aim. He manages to take him out, and just like that, Ghosty's going to stay there and manage to get Skies as well. So, huge play out of Ghosty, but I really think that's a misplay out of New York. And just like that, they do manage to get 2 down. Dashy manages to get another one. And just like that, they're now in a 4v1 situation. They've got control of the new hill. So, well, that's great play from Optic. I think New York really trolled that one. They actually had the numbers, and they actually trolled that one. Very, very poor from New York right there. But yeah, man, I mean, Optic Texas are just in a great position now. They're going to push through. The reason he pushed that is because he made him one shot from the grenade. So Ghosty, got to give credit where credit's due, doing a fantastic job there, taking him out. And now Hook's watching the bottom, and this is all about the trades once again. It's a very contest-heavy hill, very scrappy hill. It's just about holding the angles and getting the trades down. But 2v1, he manages to get one. And again, Ghosty's watching this right door, and they're just making it easy for him. 20 seconds left. I would like to see New York start to rotate here, but let's see how they rotate compared to Optic's rotation. So I think number 4 got a bit of a god spawn there. I think the spawns were a bit random. Spawns kind of blessed him there, and I don't think number 6 is going to predict this, if I'm honest with you. I don't think he's going to predict this one, but he does. He manages to get the kill there. Hook goes in the middle, so I'm just actually watching the minimap just to see how the rotations are going, but we can see the next hardpoint is here right now. So what we're going to do is number 6 is in a great spot. I like where Priester is. He's watching this right alley. Number 8's in a fantastic spot. Hydra's watching this middle. Number 5 holding the back alley. I would like to see number 5 maybe get a bit more aggressive here, just to shoulder for information, just so he kind of knows what's happening. But not too bad of a setup, but let's see how this goes. Let's see how Optic break this one. Okay, again, so we have number 7 here watching middle. So, I mean, if you're New York right now, forget the score. You're in a fantastic setup. You should be able to lock a lot of time down. But what I've noticed is no one's actually in the hill. So one of these players might need to back off there. I think Ghosty might win this one. Alright, this is a perfect example of a gunfight where Ghosty wins where he shouldn't win. And it just changes the outcome of the hardpoint. Something we just saw in the last hardpoint. So we don't notice it on the kill feed. You see Ghosty's got 12 kills. He's got the lowest in his team. But every kill he's getting, for me, seems to be really important. So what I'm going to see how he wins this gunfight. He jumps around the corner. He pre-fires him through the door. He makes him one shot. And you see he pre-fires. He uses the door to perfection. He manages to get that first kill. But Kismet, I like that from Kismet. He manages to get the trade-off. And yeah, he's just going to push through the back here. But for me, the biggest gunfight here, which I didn't even realize, is number 4 and number 6. Dashi versus Priester. And I have to say, Priester this map lost so many important gunfights that really lost him the rotation. He's in this power setup here and he manages to get taken out by Dashi. He should never lose this gunfight. We don't know what happened. We didn't see it, but Dashi winning that gunfight, that's a huge gunfight because now that's opened up the whole lane. So what's happened is Ghosty's won a huge gunfight, Dashi's won a huge gunfight, and Hook killed Skies. So now straight away Optic have almost a very impossible task of breaking to now a perfect setup. They're 3v1 on the hill. They're going to push through. You hear the comms there. They say last guy back anyway. So what they do, they know exactly where he is, and now they turn around straight away. So perfect setup. Now let's see how Optic hold this instead. What they're going to do is, who's going to go on the hill? I'm not even sure here. So number 4 is going to be on the hill. Okay, now look at the difference between number 2 and what we saw Kismet do earlier on. You see number 2 Shotzi here. Kismet was playing this back alley, playing a bit passive. You see Shotzi's playing with aggression, he's playing with confidence, and he's trying to push out the lanes. The reason why I prefer this play is because if Shotzi dies right now, they've still got at least 10-second gap before number 7 gets to back alleyway. I hope that makes sense. They've still got about 10 seconds before number 7 pushes back alley. Where Kismet was earlier, when Kismet dies, they literally have no time. That's exactly when they're at the back alley. So for me, it's about pushing out, making sure your team have enough time to adjust to the death. And just like that, Hook gets a big kill. Shotzi gets a kill and backs off with his life. So Shotzi playing fantastic on this lower edge here. I really like that play out Shotzi. He manages to get away with one health there. But let's pay attention to the minimap and show you what I mean. So you see Shotzi pushing this bottom side. He manages to get the first kill. And as he gets that first kill, he backs off and plays his life. So now number 6 and number 5, they're actually looking for Shotzi. They can't push as quick as they want to. And they're just taking their time here. Perfect play from Optic Texas. Who gets a big win. And now they're watching back alley. And this is absolutely perfect. So you see Shotzi where he's now. This is where Kismet was earlier. But Kismet was there a bit too early for me. This is the second wave of attack. And this is why Shotzi's sitting there. So they're going to watch the back alleyway. Number 3's not really got barbershop here. So he could get taken out. But that's a huge gunfight. He manages to take him out here. He gets another kill here. He's going to go through. And right now what they've done, they're basically pinching them towards back alley. They're setting them up for a trap here. So if Priester peeks, Shotzi will be able to get the kill. Let's see how this goes. Shotzi gets one. He's going to go through here. And just like that, they're doing a fantastic job of breaking the team, man. Honestly, fantastic job out of Optic Texas to hold these hills. Okay, 20 seconds left. Now, if you're New York, you want to start setting up for the new hill. This one's basically over. You want to start setting up for P1. But you can already see Ghosty is set up. So, Optic have been rotating better. They've been breaking better. And they've been setting up better. Overall, just a fantastic performance. Look at Hook on your minimap. Taking such a nice route here. Taking the route, going all the way around, setting up for those P1, P2 spawns. You can see they're trying to get the team to spawn back in here. Number 5's going to pinch here. And I mean, this is just a clinic from Optic Texas. An absolute fantastic performance. And what they're going to do here is they're just taking over, man. I have to say, I think they rotated better. They held setups better. I think everything in their game, this map, was just better than New York, I have to say. Even in the beginning, when New York were kind of getting back into the game, I still think Optic had the better rotations, man. And again, Shotzi just tearing up the league. Another 2-piece. And now there's 4 down. And I want you to take a note of what happens here, right? You see when they get 4 down, something you guys need to do in league play. Right. Where did we say earlier we want them to spawn? We want New York to spawn here, right? So you see number 1 Ghosty, he's not pushing this out because if he pushes that they're not going to spawn there. They're going to spawn in the good spawn. So what's happening straight away is as soon as they get 4 down, Shotzi's going to push this alleyway to block the spawns. Blocking the spawns means, so you see this? So as soon as Shotzi pushes that out, number 6 spawns there. Again, if number 4 pushed out a bit further, this would have been blocked. But the rest of the team should spawn back in. Let's see where they spawn. There you go, exactly, perfect. When you get this spawn where Hydra is, you know it's a bad situation. That's not where you want to spawn because your quickest route to the hill is pushes through this alleyway, and you can already see Shotzi's pre-aiming it. So it's just about knowing the spawns, and this map's quite easy to learn the spawns. You can already see they're spawning this back alleyway, perfect from Optic Texas. They get 4 down, they manage to hold this setup, and I mean, just like that, they're in such a great position right now. Shotzi pushes through, he gets a kill, he's playing with so much flair on an 8 streak, absolutely taking over, man. This map is overhead. They need 13 seconds, 13 points to win the game. Shotzi's going to watch the back. He's on a 9 streak. This guy's going for a merciless. He looks like he's playing a pub right now, man, on an absolute tear. But let's see what can happen, man. They're going for the P2 rotation. I mean, this one's basically over, but let's just see how the game ends on the P2. So Dashi gets 1 on top. He's going to hold his trophy. I mean, he gets traded out. But right now, they're on the hill. It's 2 seconds left. And just like that, they managed to take over, man. Look at the faces of the Optic Texas. They deserve that, man. An absolute clinic performance. Let's take a look at the stats real quick before we end it there. So, first of all, Dashi. I want to talk about Dashi. He got the lowest damage. But this guy is taking a new role. And I really like the role he's taking. He's been taking the traditional AR, the anchor role. He's been getting a lot of the hill time. You can see here he got a minute 49. This isn't the Dashi that I'm used to, but I'm loving it. He's been on an absolute tear. He's taking out, man. He's been honestly unbelievable. And for me, Hook and Shotzi have just been doing so good, man. Hey, Parney, thank you for your support. We'll catch you in the next one, bro. But yeah, anyway, sorry, boys. Yeah. Shotzi and Hook as an SMG duo are just doing absolutely crazy, man. And Ghosty as well. He doesn't have that many kills, but I feel like he's just had so many crucial kills, man. So overall, it was a fantastic performance from Optic Texas. I hope the breakdown did help you guys understand a bit more of why their hardpoint is so good. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.